Hello, this is a gameplay on IGS at 6q level where black won by a pretty comfortable margin of 17 points and a half. And before saying pass, there's actually a little bit of RG at p6. So white was supposed to play another move and defend. And when white passes or plays a neutral point, black can actually hit p6 and see how white reacts. Now, if white plays p5, black will cut and go for a co-fight, which is going to kill everything. Now if white defends q8, black can attack from the outside, and when white connects, this is a damage Sumari, so again, black kills everything. So this pip can be a serious problem for white. Now when white connects q6, black will cut again, and here white has to fight a ko, and again the whole group can die. And if white connects, black will attack from the outside, and there is no way for white to connect, because he doesn't have enough liberties. So either way, white will collapse. That's why it's actually good to play the neutral points towards the end instead of passing, and also check for all these RG inside your opponent territory and then pass if nothing works. So let's go back from the start. So we have a diagonal Fuseki. This usually leads to complicated games and early fights. Very good idea for black to approach the top left corner to prevent the Shimari. And white can play a little more calm. Just Kosumi like this to defend and prevent the pressing move at e16. When black extends for a base, white can attack the top right corner. So white goes for the pincer. There are several moves to consider when this tight pincer is played. I mean, one space low pincer. So yeah, e16 is probably the most common move to play locally. One space jump, it's another option to keep white separated, and this leads to different josekis. And also, one of my favorite moves here is to go g17 or g16 in order to discard the stone on the left side, keep white busy, and just develop the top while giving up one stone in the corner. So in this case, black is tempted to approach o3 or play the Sansan evasion, or maybe attack from the other side in order to set up a nice moyo on the right and the top. So this is a simple way for black to deal with low and tight pincer on the left. But what happens often when playing g17 or g16, after black extends k17, white doesn't add the move at c16 to secure the corner. So if white plays away, for example r6, or let's say f3 and extend back to k4, black can no be in the corner and just leave. So when this happens, white's wall is completely meaningless because it's facing the base in the top. So this feels good for black. First develop the top side, then take away the corner. Now when white wants to when black wants to fight locally with e16, this is absolutely fine. So white can no-be and extend, but in this case black feels good to counter pincer on the left side. So white play with fighting spirit, push and cut. Now when this push and cut happens, black can go for a trade. Atari here first, then a hanging connection. Now white usually captures the top stone, either with Keima or Kosumi. Kosumi is more recent. Back in the day, Keima was the most proper move to protect the top side, and then black either plays a Hane, or in this case, just Keima. So it's a trade. White catches the stone in the top, black goes for the stone on the left side. So white has this potential in the corner, while black goes for the potential and thickness on the left side, which is fine. I mean, this Joseki is like 50-50, so one of the most common patterns with the push and cut after that Keima in the top. Now, of course, if white doesn't agree with the plan to take the top and give up the left side, white can resist here by playing a Hane and get ahead several times. But when this happens, black has a very nice Tsuji in the top to damage that area. Now, if white pushes through, this is exactly what black wants. So black will go several times like this and get a lot of thickness in the center. Therefore, white is going to try other moves. For example, a one space jump at b17 with the idea to connect under at b15. So in this case, black can connect, white will play this Tesuji to link, and it's very important for white to play c14 first, because if black cuts, then there's a double Atari, so black needs to connect. White connects also. Black will push one time to prevent the Atari at f14, which gives black a terrible shape if black accepts this Atari. White gets ahead to put pressure in the top. Then black needs to reinforce using the Aji here. And there's another Tesuji in the corner that's quite important, c18. And here white needs to pay attention and play a counter Tesuji to stay safe. Now in this case, black will connect instantly, white must capture the two stones, Atari connect, then jump out. Or push one more and then extend. So this is a fighting variation. Quite a monster Joseki. But the most important one is the basic one. Atari, play here, white captures a stone, black captures a stone. When there are white stones on the left side, it's common to play the tight move, the Hane. But otherwise, go out. So black is choosing a different variation with this descent. It's also playable, but the fight becomes a bit more complicated. So black blocked, that's fine. Now black can also jump here to leave a different Aji in the corner, but the block it's okay. White connects. This attach is important to go out. Otherwise, if black defends the top, white will not be here trying to catch the two stones on the left side. So this makes sense. If white wants to cut, there's the Atari here, and then just capture the stone. Now in this position, white could try g17 instead. This is a Tesuji. White can also cut and go out, but no B actually helps black. Black is supposed to jump g16. Playing g17 is not the right shape here, because it feels very good for white to play g16 and later on the Tesuji at j17 to try to catch the group. Actually, white needs more liberties in the corner, so it's important to play this move first, in which case black has time to go out. And the fight is just more complicated. So, black played the hanging connection, but oops, the one space jump is the right move here. Even if white pushes and cuts, this fight can be promising for black. It's true that in general it's very painful to crawl like this, but white is not alive in the corner. White needs to play here. Otherwise, if white is trying to fight back, black has this Keima and go up, and luckily the corner is dead, and then come out in the center. So this is already a disaster for white. Losing the corner, the outside groups are also a little bit vulnerable. Therefore, black should think about g16 in the future. So this move, the hanging connection threatening snapback, black needs to connect, and now white protects the corner, and black play the Hane. Here black should either descend or play a Hane like this, otherwise white can cut next to d14. But the problem is in the top. I mean, j17 still works, so when black plays a bump, white will go up, Hane, block, connect, and there's only one eye in the top. Therefore, this can be very dangerous for black. So black decides to defend the top, but playing a one space jump is the proper move in fact. So Hane, counter Hane, very good. Then black was supposed to play Nobi here, because the top is more important. Now of course white will cut like this, and black has to discard those stones. Play a Hane for example, white will capture, and then just play away. This move, or... I mean, in this position, white gets the corner, black develops the top, and then gets something on the left side. So with this Hane, black wants to keep everything safe on the left side, but the problem is white can punish the top. The Hane here is not necessary. White missed an opportunity to get ahead in the fight. So white can play Atari j16 or cut. If white cuts, black goes out, then white goes down, and the stones are captured in the top. They have only 2 liberties against 3, so white wins the semi. Now if black plays Atari under, and white takes the Ponuki, then black rolls like this, or Keima to go out. This is also kind of painful, because white already got the Ponuki in center, so white is very strong in the middle. And now white can play Hane here or some other moves. Just Tenuki. Okay, so Hane first. This Atari it's okay, but again, more important to go out and just discard the 2 stones, then play away. Now Atari here was good. And then white should go down. It's not important to play Atari on 2 stones. Simply descend, Hane, and protect. The group is dead. And even if black cuts here, white goes out, so there is no way to catch any of the groups. Therefore, white kills this group and black got no compensation in this fight. So this was white's opportunity to take an advantage early on. Playing Atari here, it's not so spectacular, and black doesn't have to defend, because when black plays Atari here and white connects, now black needs to protect against the cut and also against being surrounded in the top. Therefore, you better give just 2 stones and go out in the top. 1 space jump is enough. If white captures 2 stones, then play away. This would be the honest variation or compromise sequence. So Atari, yeah, now black has to defend in the top. If black connects on the left, white again will surround the top side. But it works to play the jump right away and get ahead, because playing the turn and then jump makes white a bit stronger. Now when black protects the left side, white can still surround the top. And in this case, let's say white allows black to leave, but white is already very strong on the outside, and then proceed with the normal moves. Capturing this 1 stone is not important. White was already safe in the corner, so if white turns and black connects 1 stone, white will Hane and black just dies. This is much bigger than taking 1 stone. So white messed up completely. Then white took a stone in Gote, and this gives life in the top. So somehow black managed to escape in the top and connect the left side, while white just took 1 stone. That's just endgame. Unimportant at this stage. Push and turn. These are wasted quadrats. 1 push here, it's okay, but the push at k17 can be kept in reserve. Not necessary. This peep is quite annoying, so black decided to ignore. This is actually a pretty good decision. So after the peep, black can push and just give up the stone on the left side to get a stronger wall and keep attacking white's group in the middle. This is an option, but it's also big to connect. White could play another peep to force the B2 bomber shape and then approach the corner in order to attack this group on the left side, which is heavy indirectly. So this move black can just ignore. Good idea. On the left side, it's a little better to play c8. So when white comes out, black connects under. If white goes down, black can still Hane under or cover, and it's easier to settle the group. But d10 is not too bad. It takes away liberty of c10. White can peep first, threatening to connect by killing the 4 stones, and then play some more flexible shape. This turn is pretty big. But white can also, black can also play moves like O3, most open side. The turn is quite powerful because it gives a lot of potential in the top, and maybe, yeah, next it can attack the group. So white answered. Then a very solid defense, this is good too. White is a little bit late here. Already black has a stone at c6, so for white it's more important to play just k3. Then black approaches here. Let's say we have this Joseki on the board, and then approach again the bottom side. Because when white plays f3, black can kick, very good. And now black having c6 will just take away the extension. like this or like this to be a bit more aggressive. Black can play tighter, but this is fine. So white is trying to fix this group, and it works here. Even if white cuts and goes down, this is a fine fight for black, because white is in trouble everywhere. So Nobi, to keep things simple, that's a waste. Normally white wants to use the ag in the corner. Once white turns here and black connects, the corner is just too nice for black. So white is making some eye shape. This is a move to prevent the eye stealing Tesuji at f6. White can play with fighting spirit, a move like this or like this. And when black jumps out, another one space jump, threatening to connect under. Then the shape is quite nice. This feels too submissive. The turn is not necessary, just approach the lower right corner and take some profit here. This turn can wait. After the turn, black can also play here, threatening the cut. And if white connects, go up. If white defends, then extend. So it just makes white over concentrated. Entry, it's a good move. And here you don't need to play the submarine approach. It's good enough to play r7 and then extend to the right, because the right side has more open space to fight for. And if white plays some kind of pincer, then slide all the way to s4. But if we think about the position here, if black plays something like q10, for white it's nice to go r7. So r7 is the right spot when white has the Kosumi at p3 in place. Therefore, r7 is a move to take away. It's also possible to play r6, and then when white goes down, this still feels over concentrated, and now extend back to the side. But when playing the submarine move, white can just block like this, then black extends, white is strong, and now white will invade. Also, white can play the Kosumi, then when black goes in the corner, white blocks, and now it will get a little tougher to leave inside. In fact, black can leave, similar to the game. It's just that white takes a lot of profit on the outside. So white puts pressure, he shows fighting spirit. It's good to push out first, then when white Nobi get into the corner, so this gives more eye space for black in the corner. Like this, white pushes, that's good. This is strange. Should just block here. Now black will play Kosumi, leave in the corner, then white protects the cuts on the outside. Also, white has this clamp and pull back, and now black still needs to push several times in order to stay alive in the corner. This is an empty triangle, it's a terrible move for white, and then just helps black make more eye space by going down. That's a nice move. So here, a lighter shape would be something like this. Anyway, black is alive in the corner. This one leaves so much agi. I mean, when black approaches here, white needs to play an empty like this or a connection, and just makes this q7 feel bad because of the other empty triangle. So extend on the right side in the most open space, that's good. Block, play away, fine. And then this move, threatening to kill. The vital point is s2. Just double up here in the 2-2 point, because that's where white wants to play. This is a Tesuji to kill the corner. So when black goes down, this group is alive for now, but there is still a lot of agi later on. Like, oh, this can be a problem. This can lead to a co-fight. Like this, the group is dead, and like this, it's a co. And if this one, it's simply dead. In fact, white doesn't even have to play, the group is dead. So very dangerous to go down. Should play either s2 or t2. This is alive now. Clear eye shape. So going down, it's a bit greedy. It's like trying to get an extra point and then This way black can leave, but the vital point S2 it's a problem. Because when black plays here, white hane, and this is a bulky 5 shape with a move in the vital point, and on T2, just Atari. Then when Atari here and Atari again, white connects and plays inside. So when Atari like this, black has to fight the ko. White captures, black plays some ko threat. This is probably not even a threat. Hard to find a threat. So black plays away, white connects and kills back the corner. So 2-2 point is the key move. Now white played here, black jumps out, very good. This is proper. Now when white goes inside the corner like that, it's a bit dangerous. Yeah, nice idea to double up. Kick, it's an option too. But then black needs the Kosumi here, so white can run out. So just double up, don't allow the attach and so on. But here, black can kill in a couple of moves. Instead of trying loose Ogema or Keima like this, peep first, threatening to cut one stone. If white comes out, one stone it's already big enough. And if white connects, those 3 stones are heavy, and next it works to play the net. So white pushes, black blocks. If white goes down, it's not enough space to leave. So the group is dead. Painful. So this way, white can still try to escape. Try to cut Keima at the Ikentobi with the wedge. It's not always amazing. Maybe here, just Nobi, allow the connection, the group is still heavy, and then try to catch everything with a net like this. Black also has this kind of vital point to start an attack on the other group. So this will be 2 targets, one here and one here. One group should die. So playing this wedge will actually allow white escape. It's more interesting to take a Ponuki, let white connect, and then proceed with the other attack. This jump is to create a net, but actually black was in a net. White can capture, it's captured in a net already. So when black plays here and white comes out, black can net like this, and the 2 stones are already surrounded. No way out. Back to the game. So white pushed. This is some endgame, and Q15 was actually a wasted quadrat. This attach can damage a little bit. Very good to go down and keep the territory on the right side. This block is good. Hane is not really necessary. For black it's good to come back and protect the corner. If white plays one Atari here, it's not a big deal. Also, black can play O2 in order to induce the corner defense. And O2 also reinforces the bottom group. No bit's important here, not to allow the Atari, and it gives a helping hand to the K5 group. Now this block is normal. And usually here, black should block first. Now if white cuts, black can play the squeeze. And that's quite annoying for white. Because white was hoping for a big attack on this group, and in the end, black is all connected. So block first. When white turns, black connects, and now H3 is hurt. So block like this, white comes out, and it's still good to block J4 first. When black goes out like this, white can connect, and now black stones are separated. Then black has to turn and push again, white will push. So this way, black is safe on the bottom, but the 2 stones in the middle are in trouble. Now black could block here, threatening to catch the 4 stones. White needs to connect somehow, like this, or jump, or hanging connection, and then black comes back and protects the bottom. Atari was good, but then somehow white forgot that black can capture at M6. So here this is a huge minus. Black just took the stones. And in fact, black doesn't need to take right now. The 4 stones are in Atari and J4 is still fine. So black can play an Atari here, then play away, and only when white goes Atari on the outside, black needs to defend again like this or capture. But it's not necessary to capture in advance. Maybe this move is just a declaration of victory, and now it feels like a solid win for black. This move is just a 1-point block. So there are bigger moves at this stage. For example, playing Kema here, threatening the cut, then push, then Ogema in the center to build all these points. It's fine to allow another push in center for white. That's only a 1-point damage, and build 10 points extra in the center. But anyway, the game looks pretty good and solid win for black. So these are safe moves. It's okay to capture like this, because at some point white will approach and then push again, and black still needs this move. And then there's a ways to have b9 inside, when you can take right away and save b9. Right? This block here is not so big. Better damage some points in center, in the center. Monkey jump here can be gote. So simply push and keep center. So playing the monkey jump, white can block, black needs to pull back, Atari connect. So in the end, black takes gote for damaging an extra point. If just Kema, white defends, but the push at t8 is not necessary. So black has time to protect the corner. Now black will just die. Oh no. Vital point. So the way for black to stay alive is to play Atari here, and if white plays inside, black has a chance to fight the ko. So on this move, take the ko, which threatens the connection underneath, and then throw in. So back to the original. So white didn't need to play q1, because if white plays s2 and black plays q1, white can go p1 and connect, and now the group is dead. So this can change the outcome of the game. Good Atari to capture some stones, but hang on. Atari, Nobi. If black goes out and white pushes along, black will block, white needs to cut, then Atari from behind a couple of times, and then connect. So this would be more profitable for the center, but this connection is good too. White needs to capture, and now black is center. Fine. Connecting here is not necessary, because the bottom group is alive and also the group on the right. So right now it's okay to play Kema like this. The late stage of the game, one must look for the second line moves. That's fine. And not much to do anymore. On the bottom side, it's more interesting to go down k1. If white defends, this way black damage 1 point in center and plays away. And if white doesn't defend, let's say white plays in the middle, then black can extract this stone and connect under. So we'll damage more. That's a good endgame test to G to know. The move at h1 after black has k1 in place. So now this is done. But black had the p6 move to damage some more points. Final ko. Oh, some danger here. This cut, it's a problem. A big problem. Ouch. How come this happened? This cut was there all the time. Yeah, when white captures the call, black should add another move and just leave the call, then damage the bottom. So here, white shouldn't go for the call, play Atari and push. Now for black to save those guys, black needs to play h19 and then fight the call this way, but it's a very big call fight. So white will probably ignore many call threats, well, except for these ones. Yeah, maybe now black will see there's a problem in the lower right corner, and even if white kills the top, black kills the lower side. So good decision to capture the stone, leave the call, and then win the game. Enjoy the review and play more sharp next time.